What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Best Family Homestead. So you guys, I've never talked about this, but you've probably seen it in passing. I did this for Caroline, that's 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. It's looking pretty rough, and water's usually not this bad. During the summer, I keep a teaspoon or two of bleach in it, which keeps it looking pretty good, along with a little pond pump. But now we got some bricks and some other pretty stuff. I think I'm gonna fix it up a little bit, make it look a little bit better. The first thing we really got to do today is take care of this nasty water. Now there's a reason why this water is so horrifically nasty, and his name is Copper. Copper thinks he's a water hound. He likes to run and get in it and jump and knock the pump over and drag dirt in. And so we're going to go ahead and fill it up, or run some clean water through it and pump it all out, and try and get it looking good again before we start doing a reset on it. May not be able to get it completely finished before, I'll have to wait till July when I get back, because we're at 20 days till I leave, so we'll have other stuff to do. But while we get this cleaned out and looking better, I think that we will, or while I do some other stuff, we can go ahead and get this cleaned out, at least not looking as bad, which will last about, I don't know, 10 minutes so Copper jumps back in it. But this is also where the cats drink and some of the chickens, so try and give them a little bit of cleaner drinking water. And I'll set the camera up so that you guys can watch exactly what happens when Copper starts to see running water. Some lessons just really have to be learned the hard way. Alright, so looks much better now. We got some more little rocks. A lot of these rocks come from the local rose quartz mine that we have up here. We like to go through and collect them. So I'm gonna put some more rocks in there. Get the fountain set back up. That pump broke. I used copper. I used to have a hose. Copper! I'm waiting. So that's, all right. That's one of our big tomcats. He's not that old, but his name is Grandpa Boot. Because he looks like a grandpa. Now you can see how worried Grandpa Boop is about Copper. Copper really wants to play, but Grandpa Boop does not want to play. In just a minute, Grandpa Boop is going to play, and it's going to be pretty funny. Copper, knock it off. All right, so back to where we were. It's looking good now. I think I've got enough of the bad stuff out. So it's not as pretty as when my wife stacks the rocks. We'll let this thing finish filling up and then let it all settle. And we'll come back and check it out, maybe rearrange. I at one point had the pump hooked up so it recirculated and came out of this old bat ladder stump here, which was really cool. But the end of the pump broke off and I really need to get that fixed back up, so maybe I'll have time for that tonight. I don't know. I know people are going I'm already anticipating the comments. Why didn't you pump the pond out? You know what? Yeah. I have a pump. It broke. And yeah, I'm trying to save money to go on my walk. And time is a commodity I don't have a whole lot of. It was just as easy to just scoop it out a few times, let it run out. I tried carrying some buckets over to the roses, but Copper was out here and followed me, and then he decided it'd be fun to try and dig in the roses. So couldn't really recycle the water that way. But we're gonna let this thing clear out just a minute more and then come back and maybe try and restack some rocks and see how it looks after that. So a little background on the fountain here. Obviously, Aaron didn't pay anything for this old tub. Someone needed it moved out of their yard, and this was way before I had the Kubota. I said, oh sure, it won't be no problem. I'll come grab it. Yeah, if you ever have to move one of these, take a few people, because they are heavy. But I think it's a pretty cool idea. I've got the drain plugged up in the back. In hindsight, I probably need to open the drain up, but it still wouldn't drain everything. And with the rocks over it, you know, to drain it easier. But, you know, we buried it down to the ground a little bit. And that was just my quick idea with that vinyl tape stuff to seal up the worst of those holes, which really didn't even matter because the water level didn't get that high. But it makes a place for the cords to come through. So I'll need to get a bunch more rocks when we redo it so I can cover up the cords and not hide them. But for a free little project, I think it was Mother's Day like 4 years ago or something, we did this project. Turns out pretty good. And I know one way I could control the algae a little bit is with some water plants. They do really good, too good really in the summer, but then they die in the winter. And a lot of the water plants we found are exotic invasive species that you don't want getting anywhere in your native water, because they will take over and start killing native plants. So that's one reason I've stayed away from water plants after I saw just how crazy they did multiply. Because in just a few weeks it would go from 2 or 3 to not even being able to see the water, which kind of defeated the whole point. So maybe one day I'll get some lilies or something to put in there, something that's native. But again, with it being so small, when it does get cold in the winter, they've died. So I don't know. I think just more rocks, and I think it'll do its job. Alrighty, that's about 5,000 million times better. So yeah, I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of bleach in it, and that's going to help tremendously in keeping the algae down, keeping it from turning green. Not a whole lot, just what is 3 or 4 parts per million, so it's still safe for the cats and stuff to drink. And like I said, if I make it to the hardware store, which I might in a minute, I will do a video of, I'm going to redo the video, or redo our little fountain coming over from our hollow fat ladder log that I've had for a long time. So I'll probably do that when I get back and we redo all the rock work instead of the blocks, because we had planted some pretty flowers in there, but they just wouldn't live because they didn't get enough water. And the cats would get up there and lay in the flowers or play with them and pull them out. So we'll do something a little bit different. But anyway, guys, you saw me get some of my honey-do list. Just got, and you saw Copper and his attempt to make friends with Grandpa Boop. He's already gotten smacked once, so he knows not to get close enough, but he's determined to make friends. So, well, that wraps up this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And I've got to go coach, and then me and Copper have to go on day 10 of our PTSD training walk. So stay tuned for more of that. Thanks for watching.